For more on this, former homicide prosecutor Matt Murphy joins me on set. Okay, here's a quote from Lori Vallow today. Jesus knows the truth. No one was murdered here. Accidental deaths happen. She's not only claiming she's innocent, she's claiming the children who were dismembered and buried weren't even murdered?
No, she is unrepentant until the very end. And at the beginning of the story, a lot of people wondered, how can a mother actually murder her own children? And today was a fascinating vignette into the mind of this woman. This is called a statement in allocution. Interestingly, in a procedural sense, the United States is one of the only countries that allows this, where they actually, judges invite the defendant, if you want to make a statement to mitigate the sentence, you have an opportunity to do that. And they're wild. You never know what's going to happen. Today was fascinating.
Yeah.
We see the way this woman thinks. This shows kind of the dangers of religious fanaticism, especially in the context of cults. And so many cults kind of blend with like these death apocalyptic ideals. This is an example of that.
She claimed that she died while giving birth to Tylee and that the children are happy and busy in the spirit world. I mean, isn't this a sign of mental illness?
Well, it's important to remember there's a difference between being a loon and being insane. So you can be mentally ill and completely responsible for your actions under American law and pretty much any law in virtually any advanced country. Legal insanity is a different thing. So this woman clearly is unhinged. You could call her crazy, any of the colloquial expressions.
But not in the legal sense.
She is not legally insane. And she is able to address the court. She knows what's going on, which is another interesting thing. You can be a religious fanatic. She is still responsible under the law.
Her attorney described her as loving, kind, and misunderstood.
Sure, as loving and kind as you can be for somebody that murders not only her two kids, but is responsible for this this thing with Tammy Daybell. She was convicted of that as well. And I mean, you gotta...
That was conspiracy.
Right, and I don't want to make light of it, but she says her good friend Tammy Daybell keeps visiting her, and I would imagine if that happened, Tammy would have some questions about the affair that this woman was having with her husband. Another name that was conspicuously absent from the people that keep visiting her, according to her, is Charles Vallow, and that's her fourth husband.
That's the case in Arizona that she still has to go on trial for murder for.
That's right. And the evidence, I think, is very powerful there. Her brother, of course, Alex Cox, would have been charged had he not also died and was also apparently absent in the visitations that she has received.
Does the state of Arizona have the death penalty?
They will not. I don't think they're seeking the death penalty.
In that case?
Yeah, the Western United States, pretty much everything under the Ninth Circuit, there hasn't been an execution in a long time. Idaho could potentially execute her, but they didn't seek it. So I don't anticipate there will be any capital punishment involved.
So if she's convicted in Arizona, where does she serve? I mean, because in Idaho, she'll never get out of prison.
Right.
We already know that no matter what happens. I mean, doesn't it? I mean, I know this obviously will bring justice to Charles Vallow's friends and family,
right,
and to Charles Vallow himself. But in a certain sense of the word, the trial is meaningless because she has no chance of ever walking a free woman ever again in her life.
Well, you never know what's going to happen during the appellate process, so it's always good, number one, to ensure that that doesn't happen. Okay, she'll serve her time in Idaho after she's convicted, if she's convicted in Arizona. But it's also very important, and you just hit on it, for the families involved, it is incredibly important that their loved one have their day in court.
Right.
And it is worth, from the perspective of a prosecutor, I always found it was worth it to bring justice to those families, even though the person may never get out.
Well, you still have relationships with some of the families of murdered victims whose killers you prosecuted in court. One last question. Chad Daybell goes on trial for the same crimes in April of next year.
Right.
I've been asking you for months, is he going to flip on her and say it was all her?
Well, what's interesting now, he will almost certainly try to blame her, but he kind of had an opportunity to do that and gain some legal advantage before she went on trial. Now that ship has sailed. He's going to be tried. I think the evidence is very strong against him. Given the power of the testimony and the witnesses we heard from during her trial, it's looking pretty grim for...
So even if he gets on the stand and says it was her idea, it was all her, you don't think it's going to hold water?
It's not going to help him a bit.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.